There it goes.
Come on, Travis.
Hey, not too much. What are you up to?
Wyatt, Max, and Dean.
Max.
Max, PDM.
Oh, I always forget this. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
Do you have a minute? Could you step away? It's about yesterday's conversation.
Yeah, can do.
All right, let me know when you're good.
Well, I could step away anytime, really, but I can't take too long though. But I can swing by. Yeah.
Yeah, I just no. I mean, you can do it over the phone. It's just
yeah. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
One second, guys. I gotta get out of the car. Maybe we can get a refuel meanwhile. All right, you're good.
What? Those could you give me a summary once again of exactly what James told you to the best of your recollection?
Yeah. Okay, so I sat down in the car and like I said, I questioned him regarding what him and Sophia was doing, if they were boosting, and he said, no, we weren't boosting. We were just talking about stuff. And I said, all right, well, out of curiosity, what type of stuff? And he said, well, she was just telling me a bunch of stuff. She always tells me too much information about stuff that I probably shouldn't know. And I said, what type of stuff are we talking about here? And he said, well, meth and silences. I said, silences. And then he started saying,
I forgot
meth,
about meth.
and then I stopped him, and then he said, okay. And then I said, what did he say? What did she say about silences? And he said that she can get, I don't remember if he said that she can get them from the nerds or that the nerds have them. It was either one. I think it was that she can, give me a second, guys, 1 second. I think it was that that she can get it from it. Hold on. Yes, Dean? Fuck. No, we don't have to. We can go back to PDM.
She
But
can
I have
get
to be on
them
the phone
from
for 1 second.
nerds, or they have them. Okay.
Sorry, Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't remember if it was that she said she could get it from the nerds or if the nerds have it. It was either one. I think the first.
Okay.
And then he mentioned the meth, and then he said it was NBC, and then he said cocaine, and it was somebody dealing cocaine at the apartments, but he couldn't remember the name of the person. And then I basically told him to watch out what he tells her, because she can tell people other stuff, so be careful about that. And I think that was pretty much some of the conversation. There wasn't much more to it.
Did he give you?
Yeah. We also had one more discussion about him potentially leaving for VLC, but that was kind of, not really part of that conversation.
Did he say that she told him to join VLC?
Hold on. Did she say that again?
Am I misremembering? Is he the one that said, did he say that Sophia approached him about joining VLC?
So he was approached twice.
By Sophia?
But no, not only by Sophia.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. He didn't say who it was the first time. The second time he did say Sophia approached him about it.
Interesting. Okay.
Why is that?
Did he provide a timeline? I'll tell you all. I'll tell you everything in a second.
No, but I think he was approached by Hutch and Rami first. I know that because I approached Rami about it and he confirmed it.
Did he provide? Did he provide any kind of timeline about these events?
When this? 1 second.
Yep.
1 second. Guys, I'm gonna be on phone for a while. Go back to PDM, get my card, Dean, and come back if you want. All right. Do you have the keys? Yeah, whatever.
Chat, I know these things. It's called confirmation.
If he doesn't have the keys, just give him a test drive, Max.
Doesn't matter what one person said.
Right.
It's about.
All right, we're good now, Max.
Seeing who said what. Did she provide a timeline for the series of things like the meth and the silences?
Did he or did she?
No, did he? When he was
No, it's just it was just an info dump, this is what she's been telling me type thing.
Okay. Very okay. There was one
the VOC stuff, basically he said that she's been like telling him the location of the warehouse, been saying that like we, as in like her business with Hutch, saying we regarding regional imports. I already knew everything about the business through Otto. I was one of the first people that was told. So I didn't really care, but he told me that she had basically been telling, saying the location of the warehouse, trying to poach him as well. But Rami and Hutch was also trying to poach him.
Okay.
And I basically, I told him that he's free to work wherever he wants. If he wants to work here or at Otto's, it's up to him.
When I spoke with him, I used that same methodology I mentioned, which is to ask many questions about many things so as not to, give off.
Focus in on one thing, right? Yeah.
Exactly. First thing is that info dump was over many weeks, which I didn't realize until he mentioned an incident with H&O, and which I am already aware of and took place a while ago. And that's when I really pressed him. I'm like, when did these things happen? Turns out most of these happened a while back, and they don't really fuck with each other too much, except for mildly nowadays. Apparently him, Sophia, and Werner have been boosting buddies for a while. Something that Sophia also mentioned was the case. Now, here's the bit that I'm that's kind of become like a bit of a stumbler for me, is that when I touched on the topic of silences, he mentioned like maybe 3 names, something like that. Nothing about the nerds.
That's interesting.
And that was very strange to me.
Maybe could it be that he wasn't comfortable giving you that information?
That is very possible. That is very possible.
I could see that being a thing where he doesn't know if you know, and so he doesn't tell you. But since I'm his boss,
probably similar to our conversation yesterday, right?
You're right.
Need to know basis and all, and that's the one thing that I'm suspecting. So I guess, and you're sure he said that had been said.
What exactly?
About Sophia mentioning that he could either...
positive. Because I remember reacting to it, and I said interesting, very interesting, because it raised eyebrows, because hearing the nerds was, something that obviously meant more to me than any of those other names.
Yep. Okay. Man, my head is fucking spinning over this entire thing.
The thing is, like, with these type of things, like she said type stuff, it's almost impossible to find out. Like, people could lie for forever, right?
So here, I don't know who's telling the truth. I think the easy solution is Sophia, loose lips, fucking kill her ass, right? But my concern is, what if nothing was said and someone else is leaking some shit, and it's fucking doing my head in. I'm looking for like some kind of red flag, because the big thing that's on my mind is how the fuck, like where did that even come from? Like, it couldn't have been just manufactured out of thin air, right?
Well, what if okay, what about this then? Don't you need silencers for boosting?
Yes, and those conversations were had. That's the that topic came up when I both spoke with Sophia and with James. But during those conversations, the nerds weren't even mentioned one bit.
Right. I'm saying, like, could it be anybody else in the boosting group?
I also spoke with Werner.
Okay.
Do you know what's going on with Alex and James?
Yes.
You are aware?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, recently stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
I only just heard about that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty pissed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things going back and forth. I just separated them at the business, make them mind their own business going forward. I told them not to, interact with each other, deal with their own shit.
Huh. So what if we kill both of them, Leslie? I'm only kidding.
Yeah, okay, good.
My stance is this. We need to find out what the truth is. I don't know when that's gonna happen, quite frankly. Like I said, I spent like fucking 8 hours on this shit, dissecting things. I got more details than I'm leading on right now because I'm not trying to make this a 20-minute phone call.
It's the thing, like, the thing that I feel like makes this a bit difficult is I feel like Sophia could be saying a lot to a lot of people, and that also makes it difficult because all I hear from employees is her talking about illegal shit around autos all the time. So finding trying to pinpoint when and where she was having a conversation at the back of autos is almost impossible.
Well, that's what makes, well, you're right about that. And the thing that really caught me off guard is hearing that these grievance. Wait, hold on. Why are there cops outside autos?
I don't know, maybe just normal stuff. I hope.
No, this is not good. Give me one
just
sec.
Call me back.
No, we're good. So the thing that really fucks with me is why it was presented to me originally. Okay, no, everything's fine. The way, so he was super tired yesterday. I don't know if he was tired when he talked to you. It sounded like the guy was on like drugs or something. You know what I mean?
About James?
Yeah, James.
Yeah,
like 22 hours of
been
sleep
around
or
for a
something
while.
like that.
Yeah,
And
I caught him earlier during the day though, way earlier.
oh, gotcha. The concern that I got is when it was presented to me, it was like all this stuff recently happened when actually it was an accumulation of things that happened over the course of 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And after speaking with a couple individuals and some of the characteristics that he's got, it starts to make me not know. There's no reliable source here, is what I'm saying. And that's what's going to make this whole thing very difficult. I almost want to like set them up. You know what I mean? But even doing that exposes the hand, right?
Right. Yep.
But anyways, I appreciate it. That was the big thing that I wanted to know. Like, did he mention the nerds? Did he mention a nerd? Because he said a nerd, by the way.
He said nerds. Nerds to me.
He said nerds. That could have been, once again, a recollection thing, because he did say she may have mentioned a nerd. That's how he said it.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, maybe she mentioned a nerd by name then, and not the nerds.
And that's why, like, my immediate thought was, because I know Tony boosts with her, and I was wondering, like, what if, like, Tony and Bjorn were, like, in a car together, and maybe Bjorn had a silencer. Yeah, but then Bjorn said he hasn't boosted with her, so that theory went out the window. So, I don't know. It's a fucking wild mystery. Anyways, all right, baby.
Yeah.
If you hear anything, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll call you, no problem.
Like I said, I'm gonna, like, delicate right now.
Yeah, no, you be careful about this type of stuff, of course. Another thing is, I spoke to Rami yesterday because I'm dealing with some stuff with the mines, and I don't know if this means anything, but he sounded stressed when I called him, and I asked what's up, and they also were having issues with Sophia yesterday.
Oh yeah, I spoke with him. I asked him what he thought. Sophia pisses off a lot of people. She's a fiery. I was gonna say something. She's very fiery. I think she pisses off a lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, not liking someone and her potentially saying something very bad is two different things, right?
Yep.
One you can ignore. The other one, not so much.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree.
All right, baby.
All right. Well, we'll see if we get anywhere with it.
All right. Appreciate you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, chances of people thinking we're defending Sophia, chat, as opposed to coming to the truth. I will say one thing. If any of these guys want to immediately blame it on Sophia, there was a full opportunity to do so. So the RP is super spicy. So there's no mention of bench. Okay, so bench wasn't said. Oh, you know where bench came from? Did Denzel maybe say bench? I think Denzel may have initially said bench in the phone call. But then again, it doesn't mean that Denzel was not telling the truth. He could have just said bench as more of like a, yo, their bench is in danger, because we both deal with the bench. We may be blowing this into a bigger deal than it is. I think the only outcome at this moment is you got to be careful around those two. That's the only actionable thing. I don't know what else you could possibly do at this stage, but I think we got a lot of good information. I think we got a lot of good information out of this.